Dude, everybody's account is hacked. This is just becoming epidemic.
I tried to FaceTime your dad on Saturday night. I tried to FaceTime the Axeman, actually, and your dad picked up. I was very confused. Did he tell you about that?
No. What would you have said to Axeman?
I would have just gotten to know him a little bit, I think. For the listeners, this is recording, right? Yes, I see it.
Yeah.
For the listeners, Jeff Stern, famous commenter and friend of the show, Jeff Stern, got hacked over the week since we last recorded.
Insert picture here.
Insert picture of the Axeman. I was pretty close to making a short just because the way you told the story was so funny. Just the Jess and I were wheezing. We were in stitches. It was so funny.
Right.
And and the way you threatened him, you threatened him, but all he has to do is scroll up and look at the conversation between you and your father and just be like, all these guys do is talk about cum and the occasional bit of footy. He's not capable of doing anything.
Dude, I reckon he's gotten angry because now Jeff's account's inaccessible. I think he's hacked their friends. So just watch out because there's a hack epidemic.
Is it possible that the hacker has been hacked?
Well, that would be too good.
That'd be layered. Would we say this guy, he was African? You spoke to him. Would we say it's an African hacking? Or was it an Indian hacking?
No. I got no idea what country he's from. I'm not gonna hypothesize.
What about a continent?
I think northern hemispheric.
Really? I don't think that. I think it was very southern hemispheric.
Let's leave it up to anybody watching. Let us know in the comments. Where is the hacker? And if you personally know the hacker or know somebody that knows the hacker, let us know because we've got a bounty. There is a bounty on this guy.
How much is the bounty?
We'll figure it out. A couple just the tip merch or something.
As long as the money for the bounty doesn't come out of the money you're going to donate to the three of us at the end of the year after you've won the tipping comp. I just want that to be separate.
Well, getting on to that, there's an old new player in town or a new old player in town. He's uncomfortably close to nipping at my ankles.
I don't know. Is it over now, Matt?
No, I think we tipped the finals, right?
It's kind of bullshit, isn't it?
It happens every year.
We have this argument every year. Yeah, it's kind of bullshit. We'll do it.
Wasn't there a year where we didn't tip the finals, right? That was a thing.
That was the year that Mitch won, and we weren't recording this show.
Yeah, no wonder. And have you won since?
No evidence of that ever happening.
No evidence. Welcome to another episode of Just a Tip, everybody. I'm your host, Michael. Thank you for joining me for this 45-minute special extravaganza. Ben has promised 45 minutes. Here we are.
Allegedly.
45 minutes of vascular, rock-hard entertainment.
Just looking straight down the head of the vascular, narrow entertainment. We're front on. Front on.
We're almost there.
How was your weekend, Matt?
It was great. We had my sister's birthday, and we went to that. Yep. And that was fun. Ben decided not to go because it's in public and too close to a public school. So we understand.
Yeah, that's fair. What is it, 200 meters or 300?
I think for him it's 10 kilometers, right? 10 kilometers to schools. That's your the bar. You alarms start going off, Amber Alerts start going to people's phones if you get seen there. Ben, is that right?
My ankle tracker, my ankle bracelet.
Your shock collar ankle bracelet. Yeah, it's like a dog that barks, but you've got the ankle bracelet.
Yes.
Yeah. You can go to a school, but you got to put it in a bucket of water.
It's a good idea.
It's a heck of an idea.
If you cut it off, then alarm goes off if you try and cut the.
An alarm should go off if you try to cut anything, in my opinion.
Foreskins included. You heard
it. That's the joke.
Hey, here's one thing I realized today. There was one point in life where I actually had one. Even for a couple of days, I had one.
I had to get a doctor's certificate for work last night, and I was looking around at doctors locally who would do a telehealth, and I found a doctor that specializes in adult circumcisions. That's his thing. Didn't go to.
Welcome to join. Nah,
I'm good. I'm good. I've been fighting this battle for too long.
We should at some
nice
point,
my hair looks.
Introduce a punishment for coming last in the tipping league.
Mm.
And it should involve a foreskin somewhat.
Well, I don't want to stitch myself up, but, like at the start of the season, Ben did say, I think if he won or if I came last, there was a consequence. So maybe go dive back into that. But I'm hyper aware of what the consequence is, and I will be fulfilling it. Don't you worry about it. I plan to fulfill it.
I think we should mix it up now. We're coming to semi-finals and throw the whole potty on its head. I want to start with a hypothetical. You open to this idea?
Yeah, sure.
You go ahead.
You go.
It's disgusting, but it's a good hook.
Let's go.
Would you rather cum vomit or vomit cum?
What a great question.
Vomit or vomit cum? We should have started with the outro firstly, but
I think my first thoughts, my first reaction to this is I would like to vomit cum.
I think
so.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is the thought of coming vomit. Vomit's chunky sometimes.
Can be.
And sometimes it's acidic. It's your stomach acid coming up.
And sometimes you don't get it all out, it'll be post dribbles, and I can't.
You do also come more frequently than you vomit in life, but each one's a smaller quantity.
I think that's a fair. Would you?
I'll be worried if you're vomiting more than you're coming.
In a mass sense, do you think you produce more cum or more vomit? Like what's the weight of both in your life?
Oh yeah, you mean you.
We've lost Ben.
Data sample.
It's got to be more cum.
Well, I would say
it's got to be. I don't vomit very much.
I haven't properly vomited in a while.
Yeah.
But every time you vomit, you're vomiting like 6 months worth of cum, dude.
It's a lot to think about. It really is.
Sorry, getting back to the original hypothetical, I'd cum vom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come the old vom.
You would cum vom. Why?
You'd cum vom. Why? Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of little Fuji boys. I think it's just easier to maintain. Like
it's not as viscous.
No, you know what? It's not easier to maintain, but the thought of the other one, it's really bad. You see, it's like, do you want heaps of little micro bads or just the occasional super bad?
So you're going with the micro bads.
I'm going with micro bad. I'm going to sit on it for a.
Jot that one down. You're going with the micro bads. Yeah. Jot that one down.
Yeah. No. So here's why I think that's an incorrect standpoint. Because think about having sex with a woman, right? You're never coming in a woman's mouth ever again.
You're never getting her pregnant again.
Well,
yeah. I mean that too. But so. Like you're not having children, so you're not coming.
No,
unless you vomit, you got to vomit.
You get pregnant by going down.
It's not both. I just kill myself at that point.
Oh my God, can you imagine? The quantity would 100%. You'd be having like octuplets or something every time you went down on it.
Well, do you vomit every time you go down it, or is it just like
Ben does?
Ben does. Ben doesn't get stuck into his work.
I worry every time I. What's that called? Dry reach.
Yeah, dry reaching. Yeah, good. You done with this hypothetical? We're good. Move on.
Yeah, we're good.
Cool.
Move on.
All right. William Pearson writes, Storm have a good record at Suncorp against the Broncos. Yeah, we're flipping it.
Upside down.
I like it. Levels podcast does it this way. They do the comments first, and I like it. So William Pearson, Storm have a good record at Suncorp against the Broncos. Yeah, you could have been blind Freddy and see that one coming, William. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
You mentioned to him that we spoke about him in the episode. He just said thank you. Like, he's not going to watch it. He just appreciates the shout out. Like, he's bigger than us. William Pearson. And he might be.
William, do you still live with the parents or a carer? Let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments, William. Epic Armadillo writes, if you had to choose one player from every NRL team to create a new team, who would you pick and what would you name that team? Oh, my God.
I have prepared for this.
That's an off-season podcast, I think. But yeah, Matt, you've prepared.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I can remember this list. I can't find it right now.
All right, give me fullback.
So the question is, you have to pick one player from each team, maximum one player from each team. When I was putting together this list, it made it difficult picking a player from the worst teams because I really didn't want any of them.
Yeah.
Have you gone positional?
Yeah, positional. It's 1 to 17.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm
17
not.
teams.
I'm going to pick 17 front rowers. Okay, so I've gone.
They're all Lindsay Collins.
Fullback. My fullback is Kalen Ponga.
Okay, he's in red hot form.
My wingers are Lomax from the Dragons and Wateni Zalesniak from the Warriors.
That's good.
My centers are Stephen Crichton from the Bulldogs and Herbie Farnworth from the Dolphins.
Good picks.
My 7, you have to pick Cleary. He is the clutch player of the competition. And then I believe for 6, I can't remember. I'll come back to that, what that was. From Payne Haas has to be picked. And I've decided to put Tino in there. He's my boy from the Titans, also front row.
Who's your hooker?
My hooker's played in months.
He's your boy.
Let's assuming they're fully fit.
He hasn't played in months, and he's still the best player.
Yeah, he's still. My hooker is Harry Grant from the Storm. I think he's probably the obvious pick in that position. My 13, I believe I went with Ruben Cotter from the Cowboys.
That's good.
On the edges, I've gone with Ola Kawatu from Manly. And the other edge was really tough to pick. It was really tough. I've decided to go with someone who I would prefer at 13, but he can do a job at 12, and that's Cameron Murray from the Rabbitohs.
That's good.
On the bench, I've got Connor Watson from the Roosters as my hooker / lock / play anywhere guy.
Beautiful.
Picking a player from the Tigers was difficult, very difficult, and I've actually gone with someone who's leaving the Tigers. I've gone with Stefano Utogamanu. He's playing 20 minutes off the bench for me because I've got some big minute forwards.
What are you missing? You're missing a shark and something else.
Oh, right? That's right. Nico Hines is my 6.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like at 6. I think he's better suited. Let Cleary run the show. Nico, he's talented. I don't trust him to run the game. Also, between him, Cleary, and Ponga, I've got 3 goal kickers. So I'm set there.
You need an eel and a raider, I think.
Yeah, eel and a raider. Eel, again, that was really tough to pick. Who did I end up going with from the fucking Eels? Jesus Christ, I don't want anyone from the Eels. Jermaine Hopgood, also on the bench.
Hasn't played in ages.
And then because my team is so stacked with guys who can play really, really large minutes, my 17 player, I would honestly presume from the Raiders, he's probably not going to get any more than 10 minutes a game in my team. He's there for injury cover to the 7, 6, and 1, and that's KO Weeks.
Oh, okay. That's good. I thought you were going to go Savage.
He's not my halves cover. I need someone who can kick a ball in case Cleary and Hines go down.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, I love that. I love that team. What are you calling it?
The Narang
vomit when he comes with vomit.
Yeah.
The Narang vomit comes.
The Narang vomit comes.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a brown jersey. Brown and white.
MVC, baby.
It's brown with a white V.
Yeah. It's brown, but except it's got this pattern of just like essentially cum dribble, like it's like drips coming down.
Sorry, I went away from it. Hang on, what do we got? Sort by new. All right, Rugby League history writes, the Wooden Spoon Award actually predates sport and goes back to University of Cambridge. It is said that the student who got the lowest test, actually exam score, was given a wooden spoon. How it ended up being transferred to a sporting term or ended in Australia is something I don't know. Okay.
I don't think they should have ever got rid of the spoon. They should be hitting the players with the spoon.
Keep digging, history. I believe in you. Keep digging. Harry writes, Ben just straight up ignoring the unquenchable aspect of the hypo. And he was mad about that. I spoke to him on Friday. He was upset.
What did he say in here?
He said, maggot fleshlight or Mike's fleshlight? That's the same damn fleshlight, dog. What do you mean? Simon Ashwin, who hasn't written in a while, has written, Ben is definitely a 4. Come on, man.
Wow, that's mean.
Come on, that's my co-host.
That's really mean.
Don't be mean.
Where's your picture? Yeah. Where's your picture?
Don't be mean. It's a Raiders symbol. It's the old Raiders symbol. So, yeah. 4.
That's big coming from a 2.
Yeah. Jeff has spelt Cirque in a weird way. I'm going to pronounce it how he wrote it. Jeff Stern writes, a Cirque for biggest mistake should be called the Ben Hunt Award. It's a good idea. No mistake before or since deserves to trump the Ben Hunt. He should perpetually win this award until the day he dies. Even then, make it a medal. We should do that for the Cirques, the Ben Hunt Award. Like, who fucked up the hardest this year?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Good idea.
Jot that down. That's a great idea. I seem disingenuous, Ben.
Huh? Me? Disingenuine?
Yeah.
I'm the most genuine one here. You're a bunch of fake pricks.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, he's pretty genuine, I think.
He's surface level. That's for sure.
He's genuine in his shiftiness. He's like, you're not going to get any information out of me.
Yeah,
we know Ben.
I was thinking before that Ben could have a girlfriend and could probably have had a girlfriend for months, and we wouldn't even know. Seven would know, but we wouldn't know because he wouldn't mention that sort of thing to us.
No,
would you? Ben?
He wouldn't let us know.
Of course I would.
It wouldn't come up.
I think there's different criteria that we could unpack.
See?
Yeah, very shifty. Very
Crooked Ben won't tell us who he's dating. He never has.
All right.
To you, tell me about the wish. What did you just made a wish and it happened, right?
That's correct.
Yes.
That's correct. I wished a girlfriend into existence. You should try it, dude. Wish at 11:11 tonight. See what happens.
Yes, do it. Don't do it at 666.
I could wish right now live with us.
Should we all wish together?
It won't come true. And also, it's not 11:11. It's 7:56.
53.
Check your time, bro.
No, I got it. I'm looking at it. Where's my phone? Yeah.
7:56.
Oh, it's all white. You can't see. Disregard. Sorry.
You've been running 3 minutes behind their entire life.
Only on my PC. Should we tip?
I could tip.
Benjamin?
I could perhaps do a tip.
When you went to the beanie store, were you just like, can I get a beanie as close to my skin color as possible? And the guy's like, got you, fam. And you had like two of them.
I've even done the old elf ear tuck outs for you. Like that.
Yeah.
That was a conscious decision, and and I didn't buy this one. This was a gift. Well, not a gift. I kind of just took it and was able to keep it.
From a girlfriend?
No, from a friend.
All right, you tell us if you had a girlfriend though, right?
Probably.
Not on the.
Not if it was a lady boy or something.
If you like trans women, that's fine, Ben. I'd still support you.
Yeah, that's of course. I'd be happy for you.
I'd be happy for you. I'd have a lot of questions, and not all of them like
Yeah, purely scientific. Purely scientific questions.
Yeah.
That's why I love the open-minded. I can bring to you any partner, whatever, even if it's a dude, and you're gonna be like, yeah, man.
Bring a lady boy in, and we'll all be like, Ben, I'm so happy for you. I'm glad that you found someone that you can be yourself around, and you can just go, that was a test. You all passed. All right. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Lady boy has a bigger dick than you.
Yeah, we don't test our friends enough. We should test each other some more.
We should test each other just to see what happens. Ben, could you tip?
Yeah, have a heart attack next time. Fake. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to joke about that because if it does happen, it's my fault.
We're all just going to be like, he's testing us.
Yeah, boy who cry wolf.
All right, first game we have got. Finals is here, boys. Anything to say about the teams that made it to the finals? Look at this.
Yeah, I mean, Knights scraping in.
Fuck yeah, I thought for sure it was going to be Finns, but yeah, Knights really played very well. I think they might even be able to beat the Cowboys, but who's to say? We'll get there. All right, first game we have got the Penrith Panthers versus the Sydney Roosters. Let's have a look at these teams. Who is coming back in? More or less everybody's coming back in, with the exception of their halfback and their 9. But still, I still like the look of this Sydney Roosters team. I mean, Sandon Smith is supposed to be taking over next year for Luke Cleary, so might as well, right? Who cares? Bring him in. The Chin is back. Nathan Cleary, the Chin is back in. Jerome Luai moves back to 6. And they're more or less full strength as well. Like, who is even out for the fucking Panthers? Like, they're here. They're queer. And they're going to beat the shit out of some Roosters, as far as I'm aware. Right. Yeah, Matt, you go first. What do you think about this Panthers v Roosters game? Friday night.
As you said, Cleary back. That's big. Hopefully he stays fit. That shoulder injury, did like a minor dislocation, I think, something like that. So they need him on the field. Question is with the Panthers, can they go 4 in a row? Are they going to run out of steam? I see him probably continuing here, but with the Roosters, they've still lost Sam Walker, right? So points. Who knows how Sanders Smith's going to go? Can Cleary create the points? And is maybe Sanders just going to kick along? Maybe that's what his job is. I don't know. They do get both their wingers back, Dom Young and Tupou, after being rested, as well as Collins and Butcher. So some troops returning, but they've just Roosters, I think, have scored most points of any team this year. But again, in some of the big games, they've just not been that convincing against really tough opponents. Also, note Penrith have actually won 9 straight games against the Roosters. They're the last 9, including a 6-point win earlier this year. I think if the Roosters were fully fit, I would still be leaning towards Penrith due to their dominance. And Penrith are at home. Cleary's back. I'm going to go Panthers by 6.
Wrap it up, Matt. Okay, that's good. That's a good tip. We have a rule on this show, and I think that rule does bleed over into finals. Just tip the Panthers. It's just safer to tip the Panthers. But it should be a good game. Benjamin, who have you got for this? Panther v Roos. Yeah. Are you backing your Bowie boys?
7:40 p.m. Friday, Hawthorn, Port Adelaide. I mean, fuck.
You got to take the Hawks, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking Hawks. Even though Port's in second, Hawks are a good form at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go Hawks.
Hang on. Hawks. 1 second. I picture him in my head.
Can anyone here name one current Hawthorn Hawks player?
Yes. 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 Could you elaborate on the question? I've got the entire team in front of me right here, and I'm looking for him. Jack Ginnivan is who I was thinking of. Okay. Do you think Jack Ginnivan's recent exploits in the tabloids are going to do anything against the Hawks forward line here, or do you think he just goes for it?
Are you asking me or asking?
I'm asking Ben. Oh well, okay. I'm asking the field, but Ben's the one who brought up Port Adelaide versus Hawthorn.
I'm on Carl Amon.
Carl Amon. I got
Amon. What's up, Amon?
All right, but for real, Panthers, Roosters. That's a different show. Yeah, back your boys. It's finals. You might as well back your boys. There's nothing wrong with this Roosters team.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it.
I'm backing them. I'm not tipping them.
Yeah. That sounds like what being a Titans fan is all about.
Certainly not going to Tyson gamble on them.
So. You really, you need to, like I said last week, you really need to knuckle down here. You need to focus because you are right there. You do not want to lose right now. I'd take the Panthers, maybe. Everybody else is going to take the Panthers, probably. Maybe not your dad, who is in second place.
Nah, he'll take the Panthers.
You reckon? It's a shame you can't message him on Messenger and ask.
He gets the advantage of watching this to get to know what I'm going to tip.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, does he watch it or does he just put hateful comments?
I should have never tipped the Tigers last week. That was my...
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in what we tipped last week. So, yeah. So you are going to take the Panthers.
Starting from the you should have started from the Sunday afternoon game.
That's a terrific point. I really should have done that, but we're here now. That would have been eyes up footy, which I didn't do. That's a great point. All right, the next game. This might be game of the round, maybe. I would say Storm versus the Sharks. I put a little comment on Rugby League History's tipping video that the Sharks have a good record against the Storm at Amy Park or something like that. Just trying to fish out there. Got a little bit of hate on that post. I think what one of the gentlemen said is that, let's see, disregard, I can't find it. That Sharks have won once in 12 games at Amy Park. Maybe I'm gonna find it.
If that once in 12 games is correct, then that once was literally the last game they played. Earlier this year, the Sharks went to Melbourne and beat Melbourne there by 7 points.
Yeah. Benjamin, who do you...
thing I know about statistical analysis, it's that.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks,
Papenhuyzen's back in this game from a leg injury. Welch back as well for the Storm. Wishart on the bench there. He's been so fucking good this season, Tyron Wishart. Cronulla, Kafusi back. Hazelton goes to the reserves. I think he's got a knee injury, so who knows if he'll play. As I said, Sharks beat Melbourne early this year. Can the Sharks win 2 in a row at Amy Park? Don't know. Although at the start of this season, regardless, I said the Storm would win the premiership. More on that later. I'm going to stick to that prediction. I think the Storm get the win here, but I'll say it's tight, 2 points.
Sharks have more to play for because they're instant elimination.
No.
No. Yeah, no. I've got that in front of me here.
I need the table in front of me.
They're in fourth. You finish top 4, you get a second chance.
Yeah, they will. When they lose, they're going to verse the winner of the Cowboys and the Knights. I'm pretty sure.
I need to get my numbers in front of me.
Yeah, that's true. You do.
We're NRL, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Put the W away.
Oh,
put the soccer away.
They are still in fourth. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we're looking at our top 8. I wonder which team in the bottom 8 had the best after season party.
What fucking planet is this cunt on?
Yeah, I wonder, is he doing a bit or is he having a stroke?
I don't know. Probably the Dragons, I imagine, probably had the biggest party. They seem like party hardy kind of guys. And they're far away.
Barbecue
team. They had a heck of a barbecue.
Get a nice Airbnb out somewhere on the New South Wales coast and just
beautiful part of the country.
Just create a massive mountain of cocaine.
Invite Josh Addo-Carrs, which we will get to in the news. Yeah, I think I'm going to tip the Sharks here. I mean, two in a row at Amy Park. They look good. They're more or less full strength, right? Like everybody's here. There's no reason they can't do it. Ben, I think you should tip the Storm, but just to be different, and because I think they can do it, and they have done it, and they're capable of it, I am going to take the Cronulla Sharks here. Benjamin, who have you got?
Yeah, tipping Cronulla definitely makes for a more exciting watch. But I'm not here for excitement. I'm here for $400. So I'm going to tip Melbourne.
Sounds good. Next game, we have got the North Queensland Cowboys versus the Newcastle Knights. Newcastle Knights coming in hot off of their defeat of the Brisbane Dolphins, or just the Dolphins, sorry. Let's have a look. Clear. Again, no one really injured. People come back. Is Kai Pearce-Paul starting again? No, he's on the reserves. Good. And look at these teams, brother. This is going to be a tight one. I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be good. How much time between these two games? 4 p.m. is going to end at 5:30-ish, 5:36-ish. And then the next game is at like 10 to 8. What happens between that? Is it just fucking people vamping like me right now? Just talking shit?
Yeah,
at that time? I don't know what to do. What are we going to do? We're just going to mute it and, have some fun, drink some beers, play some ball games. Who's to say?
Yeah. Play some Super Smash Brothers. And while we're here, we see on mute Michael Ennis just talking for 10 minutes straight.
Yeah, should be good. Benjamin, you can take the first hit up here. Doys versus Knights.
Yeah. I mean, Doy.
Perfect. I'll go next. I do also really like the Doys here. I'm not sure whether or not that was, Elliot, don't yell at me, but maybe luck against the Dogs, but luck in the sense where they kind of picked apart the Dogs forwards pack and just sort of ran through the guts. I was very fucked up on tequila when I was watching the second half of that game. Shout out to the 2 Kiwi boys who were in the Keno section of, Surface Pavilion. What a great little sports area they've got there. Literally 4 single-seaters occupied by me, Elliot, and 2 other Kiwi blokes just watching this game, and the volume was as loud as you could get it. It was terrific. Everybody was just playing pokies and Keno next to us, and just, wow, love that. Might go back. It was great. And maybe like a 63-inch TV on the wall. Wow, love it. And
I don't know
I'm
how
gonna take
you
the Doys.
think that, how is watching a sports game at a bar better than watching it at home with your boys? I just don't see it.
Well, because I can go to the bar and get a drink. There's strangers there. You get different opinions on what's going on.
Yeah.
I was so fucked up and so stoned that I was asking these people their opinion on stuff. I was doing a live just for tip with these strangers and no cameras.
I mean, I hate strangers. I mean, I hate people in general. I can walk to my fridge and get cheaper beer than working to the bar and paying $14.
Well, I was on the tequila sodas at that point.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you and Harry should hang out more. You sound a lot like Harry right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people like going outside.
Yeah, Harry, hit me up, man. Let's be reclusive together. I've got a kayak.
Shifty and reclusive. I don't think Harry dabbles in inflatable kayaks. Let us know in the comments, Harry. Let us know. Matt, did you tell me who's going to win out of the Doys Knights game?
No, not yet.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, I don't mind if I do.
Time's up.
Cowboys.
Dogs mainly.
Cowboys have surprisingly, I think, won their way into 5th spot, but are still unconvincing in my eyes. I don't see them going too far in this finals series, but let's see if they can do a repeat of in 2017 when they finished 8th and made it all the way to the grand final before getting smoked by the Storm there. Newcastle, lucky to scrape an 8th spot. Sure, they won some games, but other teams like the Broncos, Dragons shit the bed, allowing them to get in there.
Yep.
Same 17 that beat the Dolphins going to Townsville. Also, Cowboys have won 3 straight against Newcastle. I think this game comes down to Kalen Ponga. If the Cowboys shut down Kalen Ponga, they shut down the Knights. And if they don't shut him down, Knights have a really, really good shot at winning. But even then, if it's just a straight shootout, Cowboys can score points. So I think if they can do the job, I'm sure it's going to be job number 1 is to shut down Kalen Ponga's time and space and opportunity. They should win. So I'll say Cowboys by 10.
Is that good?
Huh?
Is Ponga that good?
Yeah, he's good.
Pretty good.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see it.
Well, you just have to watch a Newcastle game and then you'll see it.
I also just am basing this on nothing. I feel like Cowboys do their homework a little better. I feel like Todd Payton is going to have the boys watching video on Kalen Ponga and they're going to have ideas to shut him down. Not just one idea. They're going to have like 3 or 4 ideas on how to shut that cunt down. So, yes, I don't know if I tipped either, but I am taking the Doys. Next game, we're happy to move on to the last game of the round.
I'm ready.
The Sunday special, we have got the Dogs versus the Manly Sea Eagles. Oh, $1.92 each. I think that's pretty unfair to Manly, actually. I feel like Manly should be the red-hot favourites coming into this one. What do we got? Toby Sexton is playing finals. I'm so happy for you, Toby.
Yay. Also, Luke
great
Brooks is playing finals.
Luke Brooks as well. Shout out to Luke Brooks. Wow, well deserved.
Congratulations, Luke.
Let's go. Manly are humming right now, right?
Man, how was
Yeah, you go.
No, actually, no, you don't worry about it.
Forget about it. And by humming, I mean they got pumped by the Sharks by 20 points, obviously. I thought that when I said that. Anyway, they get Tom Trbojevic back. Jordan Chempton-Tong is in the reserves. Not sure why that's relevant. And the Dogs, should we get into the Josh Addo-Carrs news a little bit now? After the game, I think, correct, it doesn't matter when, but I think after the game, while they were still out, Josh Addo-Carrs drives his car to a servo, gets pulled over by police on the way back, does a drug test, it comes back inconclusive. He does another drug test, the second one that they get you back for, probably in some sort of van. And while he's in the van, there's some sort of emergency that the cops get pulled away to. The cops say, Josh Addo-Carrs, you can go. You're gone. You're fine to go. Josh Addo-Carrs leaves thinking, holy shit, I've got so much fucking cocaine in my system right now. And reports to the Bulldogs, nothing happened. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, what's come out is that drug test was positive, or the second one wasn't conclusive or something.
So I watched Gus Gould's press conference that he did today. Mm-hmm. So he said that he was pulled over. They did the quick test, which came back as positive. Mm-hmm. And then they said, oh, okay, it's come up something here. Now we need to take you to the van here and let's do a second test. They did the second test, and that apparently takes a while to get results back for. So they basically said, okay, listen, if you've done nothing wrong, you've got nothing to worry about, you can go home. Mm-hmm. So he drove off, and Addo-Carrs thought, well, if that's the case, then in Addo's car, he was probably thinking, oh, well, I guess the first test was positive, the second test is who knows, so I guess that's fine.
I'm dipping.
And so he's adamant apparently that he has done no wrongdoing. Mm-hmm. He's adamant that he didn't take any drugs, at least maybe within that 48-hour period. And he stood himself down from this game, which I think is a politically smart move.
I think so as well. Yeah. It's a shame that he didn't do anything wrong, but he still stood himself down. That's annoying. Just allegedly. To bring the club into it. I mean, it sends a message to everybody else if you even bring the club into question, you know, and he should do that as one of the leaders in the playing group. Do I think it translates into a win this weekend?
Translate into guilt to me.
I think it does. Guilty. I think it does. I think the Dogs beat Manly here. I think the Dogs get it together. It's finals time. It's not a different season, but it's a different ball game now. It's do or die for these cunts. And if any team is in a do or die situation, I like the Panthers, but I also like the Dogs. So I am going to take the Dogs against the Manly Sea Eagles. Matthew.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is probably the hardest game to tip, and the sports bet odds reflect that. They lose Addo-Carrs, but they get Sherry back, Burton's back, Skelton's onto the wing there. Not great form going into finals after getting thumped by the Cowboys by a large margin. But as you said, same thing for Manly, just got thumped by the fourth place Sharks, who get Turbo back. So it's a really tough one to tip at a core stadium where the Bulldogs have been very good this year. Again, at the start of the season, I thought, oh, Manly going to do well. They're going to finish top 4. It didn't quite eventuate. But I think as far as the players in both teams go, sure, the Bulldogs have Burton and Crichton, who have played a lot of finals. Apart from that, I don't think there's much finals experience. Manly have got DCE and Turbo and Jake Trbojevic, guys who played in a lot of big games. I am leaning towards Manly in this game.
Yeah, I don't hate you for that.
I'll say 1 point.
Well, Benjamin, break us.
I just switched to Manly.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. Like I said, I think them both paying $1.92 right now. Hang on, I'll refresh it. Them both paying $1.92 still is pretty unfair to Manly, because I feel like Manly are probably going to win this one. But I've been backing the Dogs all year. I'm going to take the Dogs again. Let's go.
Either way, it could go either way. Dogs have been, as a team, 1-17, the whole squad. They've been a really tight knit, good defensive team, best defensive team of the year, I think. So it's in their DNA. I want to see them on the big stage under the bright lights perform.
You know what would really make me want to tip the Dogs? If we could get a few cents to the Sea Eagles. I want the Dogs to not be I want them to not be priced the same. Yeah, I want to see the Dogs, the underdogs, and then I want to tip them.
Yeah, that's fair. I see where you're coming from. All right, last week we all took the Storm, and the Storm absolutely fucking pumped the Broncos, right? Oh yeah. Put 50 on a team, they're not going to win the grand final, that's for sure. We all took out of the three of us, we all took the Tigers. Fucked up. More or less everybody else took the Eels. We should have seen that coming.
Sad game.
Yeah, sad game. Shout out to the Dog and Parrot and a crumb steak. Love that. What's your thoughts on a crumb steak, Benjamin?
Isn't that a schnitzel?
Yeah, but it's steak instead of chicken.
No, yeah, it's a yeah.
The schnitzel's chicken.
I'd give it a go.
It's getting late, I guess. And we're at our 46th minute. So, yeah.
The pronunciation of the word was wrong as well.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Say the word, Matt. No, the other word.
Schnitzel?
Say it again.
Schnitzel?
Okay, that's correct.
Do you say skitznel?
I thought you were skitnal.
We all took the Roosters, who really kind of only just beat the Rabbitohs. The three of us, what were the three of us doing? We were kind of split. You took the Dragons, Ben. How did that feel?
Oh, not good.
You were talking about taking the fucking Tigers. You should have taken the fucking Raiders. Anyone could have seen that coming. I was on the Dogs. The only people on the Doys were Jeffrey. Shout out to Jeffrey for getting a perfect round. FYI, spoilers for the next three games. I didn't manage a perfect round this year. Did you, Ben, Matt?
Nope.
Yeah, that's annoying. Usually we get one a year.
Sad. 2
next year with Genki ruling. Axel was the only person to take the Titans, and you know what, fucking Axel, you're pretty fucking close there, dog. Looks good. We looked good for a little bit. We were. What are we doing? We're all separate. We're also separate. Matt, you took the Sharks. Good work. I took Manly. Ben took Manly, I think. Yep. Balls. I took the Dolphins. I thought for sure the Dolphins were going to win it, and really, only for a little bit, looked like they were going to win it. But yeah, shout out to the Knights. They played very well.
The they them Lees.
Sorry.
The they them Lees.
The they them Lees Eagles. Yes, of course. We kind of covered the only bit of news I had with Josh Addo-Carrs. Hope he gets well soon. You'll know if he was in the wrong because he would come with like a shaved head and have no body hair on him, because that's where they take the next drug test from the hair. Little harder to dodge that one.
I mean, surely you can pull the celebrity I played State of Origin card.
Yeah. I wonder what
I'm a celebrity getting out of here.
All right.
Oh, here's a good idea to pitch to the network: a reality TV show where all of the contestants are rugby league players.
That'd be good. That's basically Australian Survivor.
Men and women.
Yeah, men and women. Depends if you want to be taken seriously or not, but sure.
Should we do a thumbnail? I think that's the show.
Wait, before we get there, I need to revisit our start of season predictions.
Yes.
Because there have been some results that have been decided. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 categories that we all gave our predictions on from the start of the year. And we get points, Cirky points.
There's still time for the Dally M, FYI. And
we'll see. So as far as the top 8 goes, our predictions for the top 8, Mike, you got 4 teams correct in the top 8. Roosters, Panthers, Storm, Knights.
That was hard.
You incorrect Broncos, Titans, Rabbitohs, Warriors. Titans in 6th, you said. I got 5 correct, which were Panthers, Storm, Sea Eagles, Roosters, Sharks.
I came last?
You did. Ben also got 5 correct. Panthers, Storm, Roosters, Knights, Sharks. However, Ben gets the point here because he got Panthers in the exact correct position, 2nd spot. So Ben takes the point for top 8 correct.
Good job, Ben. Good job.
There's some we haven't got to yet. Premiers yet to be decided. Ben said the Broncos, so he's definitely not getting that. I said Storm. Mike, you said Roosters. So we'll see what comes of that.
I like yours better.
Yeah. For runner-up, so the team that loses in the grand final. Ben and myself both said Warriors, so that's not happening. Mike, you said Panthers. You're still in the running.
I should get that by default. What do you mean? Your team didn't make the 8. I should get that by default.
No, it's who actually comes runner-up. We got to say something. Wooden Spoon, none of us got it correct. Okay. Ben said Dragons. I said Bulldogs. Mike, you said Raiders. Dally M winner, I don't think any of us are going to get this. Ben said Sean Johnson has injured all year. I said Nathan Cleary, injured all year. Mike, you said Jareem Bulla, Tiger. Not happening.
We should. They'll release who got how many points for the entire year, right?
I think maybe they will. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know if they'll do the whole list. Maybe top 10. I'm not sure. First coach sacked. None of us got this right. Both of you said Brad Arthur. So close. No cigar.
Yeah.
And
who was it?
It was Demetrio.
Oh, who's the Dragons coach? Didn't he get sacked real
Shane
quick
Flanagan?
as well? No. Oh, was that last year? That was last year.
Yeah. And I said Cam Serraldo, which I was way off there.
No.
Now, this is where I think the following three categories, I think we can use some discretion on which one of us actually got the closest, because they're a little bit, they're not like a science.
Well, the score's 1 apiece right now, isn't it?
No, right now only you have 1 point, Ben. So just stay with me here.
Yeah.
As far as most off-field drama goes, Mike, you said Raiders. I said Bulldogs, and Ben said the Rabbitohs. I gotta say, Ben got that correct.
Yeah, I think so. I think Trell takes it. I think Trell with the dual
Trell holds that award on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Also, sacking their coach too. I think Ben's got 2 points there. Yeah. Worst signing of the year, Ben. You said Luke Brooks. I don't think that's the case.
Nope.
I said Stephen Crichton. That's not the case.
What did I say?
And Mike, I think you get the award for worst answer yet the most correct. You chose Ronald Volkman. If you recall, they signed him and then he had to medically retire.
But I knew he was medically retiring.
That sounds like the worst signing then. That sounds the worst signing.
That is the worst signing, and I feel like that's like when someone asks you a really fun hypothetical, like if you want a genie lamp, what would you wish for? And you said, I wish for more wishes. That's the equivalent of saying
that's
that.
A free circuit point. Remember for next year.
But yeah, free circuit point. And then best signing. Ben, you said Justin Olam. That's incorrect.
No.
Mike, you said Sean Bloor. Pretty good. Not bad. I mean, he's been okay.
What did you say?
Overshined by Elias Katoa. I said Luke Brooks. And I think out of us three, that's probably the correct answer.
Sean Bloor hasn't blown anyone's dick off. You're right. And Luke Brooks has been pretty consistent. I don't think he's been injured, has he?
He's played the whole year, I think. So as far as it stands, Ben, you're on 2. Mike and Matt are on 1. But we are both in the running for premiers and runner-up, so this ain't over.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 20, 19, 18, 17. Assume they have the bye in 17, and 13. He's played the entire year.
That's right. Great signing in my book.
That's a heck of a signing. Your best ability is availability, as I always say.
That's right.
So what'd you say, Benny on 2? The other 2 of us are on 1.
We're on 1, but you and I still have some horses in the race as far as premiers and runner-up goes. So it's going to be
a tight Circus Award. Tune in the same night as the Dally M's.
Yeah.
Whenever that's going to be.
How much would the Broncos be paying right now?
Quite a bit, I imagine. Put some money on them. Couldn't hurt.
I'm not gonna.
I put money on the Tigers on Friday night. Put money on the Broncos to win the grand final. Come on.
Oh, I fucked up a sports bet. Mm-hmm. Basically, I thought it was like try in this minute, and it gives you a minute of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so I bet on the last 5 minutes of the first half, which were playing $200.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that's good value. And then I realized it said first try.
Oh. First try in the last minutes of the second half. Yeah, shit.
Yeah, I was first trying to put 5 bets on the last 5 minutes. A bet, $1 a minute. A 200 to 1.
All right. You want to do a thumb now?
I could thumb.
Let's do it. What do we talk about this episode? Vomit and cum?
I mean, what's new? What's new?
I'm going to do finger guns.
You want to do some guns? Okay. I'll do some finger guns too.
Don't copy me.
Why
are your finger guns bigger?
We can all be shooting. I got fake hands on.
All right, that'll do.
That'll do.
That wasn't a bad episode. I thought that was fine. Benjamin, you want to take us out?
Okay, bye.
Stop recording.
Stop.
I've come period blood before.
Go on.
Yeah, fuck some people on their period, and it's sort of like, you know, like sort of sucked back into the urethra, and then the bloody just straight on the back. I was like, oh man.
You didn't hold it in and then have it come out? Because what you're describing is just
I just realised Matt's recording.
One thing.
I thought you weren't recording.
You thought you were paused?
I have to unpause for that. The people need to know.
Let us know in the comments if you've come blood.